Blessed love and blessings way up. So your boy Eddie Hearn says that he sent Jamall Charlo a massive offer to fight Demetrius Andrade, and y'all know how I feel about this fight. Let's talk about it.
Go. Welcome to
Real Life Boxing.
Blessed love and blessed day, boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fight nation. It's Coach Fire and this is Real Life Boxing. As I said, Jamall Charlo offered Demetrius Andrade fight by Eddie Hearn in a massive deal. Hey, before we get into it, I'm going to ask you guys to smash up on that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you can be notified when all content is being uploaded on the channel of Real Life Boxing. Jamall Charlo offered a massive deal by Eddie Hearn to fight Demetrius Andrade. Now, there was talks about this deal prior to Jamall Charlo fighting Dennis Hogan. Like a few days before the Charlo-Hogan fight, these rumors started coming out about the offers that were being made to Jamall Charlo by Eddie Hearn and team. Jamall Charlo's trainer came out. I always forget this guy's name. I always forget his name. I'm sorry. Jamall Charlo's trainer came out in an interview and he said no offers have been sent to Al Heyman, and we're going to talk about that later on in the video. But let's get into this. Jamall Charlo offered Demetrius Andrade fight by Eddie Hearn. Promoter Eddie Hearn offered WBC middleweight champion Jamall Charlo a massive one-fight offer to sign with Matchroom to fight WBO champion Demetrius Andrade in a unification bout on the Zone. Is Hearn's massive offer to Charlo just a trifle? Hearn's massive offer to Charlo has to be taken with a grain of salt. He's not revealed how much the offer is, and it could be well below the rumored $7 million one-fight deal that Hearn gave to Mikey Garcia for him to fight Jesse Vargas on the 29th. You must believe that if the offer Hearn gave to Jamall is well below what he gave to Mikey, then there's no way he'll agree to it. As a result, Charlo will keep fighting for PBC on Showtime. So pretty much they're saying that if the offer is not bigger than what he offered Mikey Garcia, that Charlo probably won't take it. Hearn hoping Charlo agrees to one-fight deal. A lot of the PBC fighters don't have promotional contracts, said Hearn. They do have the ability to take fights. I just made Jamall Charlo a massive offer to fight Demetrius Andrade in a unification fight. It's a one-fight deal in May. Everyone feels that Demetrius Andrade and Jamall Charlo need a big fight, said Hearn to Steve Kim. We'll give them the opportunity in a unification bout. We've offered considerably more than what he's offered anywhere else, said Hearn. What Hearn may not be factoring in is that loyalty aspect for Charlo. He's with Al Heyman and PBC, and it's hard to imagine that he would turn his back on them for a one-fight deal. It would be one thing if the one-fight offer from Hearn was out of this world good to face Andrade. Charlo isn't a big star yet in the U.S. Hearn offers him likely is far from being a massive deal that would persuade him to briefly fight on another network. Now I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinion on this. You guys already know I did a video about this a couple weeks ago saying that Jamall Charlo needs to fight Demetrius Andrade and Chris Eubank, being that the fights that he's looking for in Canelo Alvarez and Triple G is not happening for him. And we are kind of getting tired of seeing him fighting guys like Dennis Hogan. You know what I mean? And likewise for Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know the guy that he's fighting in his next fight. But either way, we are tired of seeing both of them fighting, lesser opponents, way lesser opponents. You know what I'm saying? Full time for both of these guys to take this fight. And Eddie Hearn says that the offer is coming. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not one to be talking about these guys' money and to be talking about these guys' pockets. You guys know that because in the famous words of myself that I always say, all of these guys are getting paid much more money than any of us YouTube vloggers covering boxing. So to me, I really can care less about how much they're making. I can care less about what side of the street they're on and so forth. But since those things are being factored in, I really don't see why Jamall Charlo wouldn't take the fight, even if it's $4 million, $5 million. You know what I'm saying? Because I doubt that he got paid that much to fight Dennis Hogan. You know what I'm saying? So this offer $4 million, $5 million, and it could be more than that. I don't know, but I'm just saying you're getting paid more than what you would be getting paid anywhere else, and you're getting a chance to unify world championship belts. You're getting a chance to become a unified champion at 160 pounds. So I really don't see where the need would be for Jamall Charlo not to take this fight. Again, they talk about loyalty to Al Heyman, loyalty to PBC, loyalty to Fox. That seems to be the story with all these PBC fighters. And the thing is they're not even signed to a promotional deal. That none of them are signed to a network deal. None of them are signed to a network contract. So I don't see how that would be unloyal to Al Heyman, going over to another network, taking a fight that's gonna possibly make you a unified champion if you win, and it's gonna make you more money than you're getting paid with Al Heyman. I really don't see how loyalty comes into that, and I don't see why Al Heyman wouldn't want his fighters to take that deal. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see why Al Heyman would not want his fighters to take that deal. Now, I've been one to defend the Charlos when it comes to Demetrius Andrade because of the bad business deals that he's made in the past when he was supposed to fight Jamall and he pulled out of that fight. You know, I've been an advocate for the Charlos with that was concerned, but you know, it's been years now. It's been 3, 4, 5 years since that incident. I mean, all of these guys are still fighters on the top of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like the best fighters in the world. So I really don't see you know, why that fight can't be made, and I'm done holding that against Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? It was we held on to it for a little while. I think he's done his time. You know what I'm saying? He sat out for a long time, couldn't get a fight for a long time, and I think he's paid the consequences for the mistakes that he's made. So I just can't keep holding on to that. You know what I'm saying? At this point, he's a champion. Jamall Charlo is a champion, and there's really no need why these two guys can't fight, especially if Jamall is getting an offer that's bigger than what he's getting paid from PBC, and he's getting a chance to unify titles. Now, there are no more middleweight champions on the PBC side, right? You got Canelo, you got Demetrius Andrade, and you got Triple G. Yeah, so there's no more middleweight champions on the PBC side. Canelo don't want to fight him, Triple G don't want to fight him, and there's only Demetrius Andrade left. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've also spoke about Jamall Charlo fighting Chris Eubanks Jr., which there could be a possibility that him and Chris Eubanks Jr. is gonna fight. Now, Chris Eubanks Jr. Just won his interim WBA middleweight title fighting Matt Korobov, because Matt Korobov you know, he couldn't continue because he messed up his shoulder. And there's been talks about Canelo Alvarez vacating the WBA middleweight title because he says he can't make 160 anymore and he's not going to fight down there anymore. Chris Eubanks Jr. said that title is supposed to then be awarded to him, and that's just all boxing politics. I don't know. That's just what's been said. But either way, right now there's no middleweight champions on the PBC side. So if that happens with Chris Eubanks Jr., then maybe Jamall Charlo will fight Chris Eubanks Jr. because that's a fight that can easily be made because they're both on the same side of the street. But I've said that that's a fight that Jamall Charlo, he also needs. You know what I'm saying? But if Chris Eubanks Jr. is not elevated to the full version of the WBA middleweight title, then my personal opinion is that Jamall Charlo should take the one fight deal with the Zone to see if he can go over there and get that WBO strap. Another thing that I want to say about the deals, when these offers are being sent, the trainer of Jamall Charlo said that the offer wasn't sent to Al Heyman. You got to send these offers to Al Heyman. I spoke about this video earlier in the video that I did about Terrence Crawford in the welterweights. If you are Jamall Charlo's team and you receive an offer from Eddie Hearn, why won't you send the offer to Al Heyman instead of saying the offer has to go through Al Heyman? Why don't you send the offer to Al Heyman? And then Al Heyman would be the one to see if the offer is legit or if the offer is worthy to be taken. But when you just be like, because again, you guys, Al Heyman is none of these fighters' immediate team, maybe except for Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? And some of the higher uppers. But all these other fighters, they have a team around them. They have managers around them. They have other financial advisors around them, not just Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? So when you get a deal or a contract sent to you by somebody else's team and they send it to your direct team, why don't you send it to Al Heyman, who is your entertainment lawyer and your advisor? Why won't you send it to Al Heyman instead of saying it got to go through Al, or Al didn't get it? Send it to Al. Send it to Al. That's the shit that kills me. Send it to Al. Send it to Al. Anyway, me personally, like I said, I hope that Jamall Charlo accepts this offer. You guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. And until then, keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times, man. Peace and one love. So if you like this video and you would like to see more great content like this on the channel, go to the PayPal link or the Cash App link in the description and show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. This is Real Life Boxing.